Hey there flower lovers, and welcome to Everything Flowers. This week I'm going to teach you a little bit about wiring. It's the first time we've done wiring, so you'll have to pay close attention, and I'll have to do it quite slowly so that we can follow it on the cameras because it is a little bit of tricky finger work. So I've got my pieces of wire and I'm going to cut them into threes. That should be all that I need. I've got 3 pieces of wire here. It's just a fairly simple buttonhole. I'm not going to get too over the top. It's not like one that I would do for a wedding, but it's something that you can do at home. Just grab this so I can put my wires in it. Leave one. It's nice to have something to put your wires in so that you don't have to try and pick them up off the bench because they can get a bit sticky. So with my first wire, I'm going to do some leaves. I'm using camellia leaves today. They are probably the easiest thing to use. They're a bit more sturdy than ivy or some of the other leaves that you can use. So taking the wire with the sharp end that you've cut from and then poking it through the leaf. So you want to go over the vein, or under the vein in this case, poke it through and back the other side. So it looks like that, or like that from the other side. And then kind of just pinch that bit and fold those wires down. And then you take the long piece of wire and wrap it around 2.5 times and then cut that bit off. And you have your backing leaf. The next one we're going to do as a bent over leaf. This is for the front of your buttonhole. So you just bend the leaf over like so, and again going under that vein, coming through, bending down, and 2.5 twists. And that's your little front bit. And we're going to do one little piece of detail, and that is going to be some of these ivy little bud things. So I've got 2 of those. Pop them together, and then with your wire kind of go through over the top. Well, it's probably easier to put it in one side and then just bend it over so it's holding them both together. Pull it down so you have it like that. Hold there, and again with your 2.5 twists, cut off, and there's that little piece of detail. And now we need the roses. So I've got these lovely orange roses today. I got them in different sizes, different shapes. So the best one, I don't know what you would think to use, but the best one you want to use is the tightest one. So we're going to take that one, just kind of cut them off about that. I'm going to cut a little bit more off that actually. So there's just a little piece of stem there. And you want to put 2 wires through a rose. So one through just in the calyx there underneath the head. And the other one. So you're making an X with those wires. And then bend them down like so. Now we're going to tape. So I've just had my tape sitting in my top for a wee bit. This is because it needs to be nice and warm when you're using it, otherwise it breaks all the time. So this is a parafilm florist tape that you can pick up from places like Oceans and Impress and other floral suppliers. You might even find it in places like Spotlight or your local haberdashery. So just winding that round. It's important to just really seal it because the tape, other than becoming a nice green stem, it holds in the moisture for the flower. Like that. Your little taped rose. And now taping these ones. The best way to tape is to kind of hold it like that and stretch. Ooh. Stretch it. You always want to stretch the tape. and then just kind of twist it with your fingers. Stretching and twisting, because if you've got it too thick on the stem, it just makes everything all clunky and gross. So the thinner the better. So yeah, stretch and twist. Just kind of pull it down, twisting, stretching. Pinch, pull, twist, pull down, twisting, stretch, pull, twist. Okay. Now the cool thing about the tape is that it makes it really sticky, so everything holds together. So we've got the leaf, the wee rose. Choose the best side. I think I like that bit. So we put that on there. We can bend that leaf a little bit so it's a bit like a wee shelf for him. Pop your wee detail in. Give it a big squeeze. Then you squeeze it. It should hold together like that. And then your front leaf, just kind of bend it so it's like a wee shelf. Pop that one in too. And give it a big squeeze. Actually, take that one off. First we'll tape these ones together. It's going to help hold it together before you put the front leaf on. So you don't need to go all the way with this, just a couple around the top there. It's just to hold it in place. And then that's going to be easier for you to pop your front leaf on. I'm going to squeeze, and you can even kind of twist those wires a little bit. And it's the same when taping around the buttonhole as it is when you're taping the individual pieces of leaf and flora and fauna that you're using. So you want to have it stretched, stretching and twisting. Now it's about this point where I want to measure it. You want to use about 3 fingers and have that as your length. Cut that bit off there, and then just take that in together. And there you have your wee buttonhole. All it needs now is a nice long pin, and then you can attach it. Just like that. And that is how you make a nice little buttonhole. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Getting your wiring ready. We can teach you a whole lot with wiring, but this is just the beginning. So tune into the next episode of Everything Flowers, where we will show you a little bit more about the fun things you can do at home with flowers. Make sure you subscribe to our Facebook channel, and if there's any videos you've missed, hit them up and give them a watch. Let us know your feedback.